Hi, welcome back to Elements in Focus. My name is Aaron Rheaume, Director of Financial Planning, and I've got Grant Soliven with me today. We are talking about our 5 critical elements that we do each and every week, breaking those topics down, giving you things to think about inside of those categories. If you're new to watching Elements in Focus, this is where Grant and I cover each week, as I mentioned, areas in our 5 critical elements. This week we're covering your investment playbook. And so each week we'll go through your life after work, tax planning, investment playbook, risk management, and life happens, and then lastly, legacy planning. In the investment side, we don't focus as much on what is happening inside of our portfolios. We have a team of portfolio managers, Adam, Andrew, Zach, that do that. They send out a video every Thursday breaking down what we're seeing going on in the economy, the markets, any major changes that we may be making inside of our portfolio. Grant and I are more topical conversation type for the investment side. This week we're talking about you versus you, and there's no comparison. So what do we mean here?
Yeah, absolutely. So Aaron, thanks for teaming me up on this. The industry forces us as investment advisors, companies, etc., to show you your investment journey versus a benchmark, right? A comparison tool to ensure that you are doing A, B, C job investment-wise. Now, the problem that we find when we have these comparisons is not, no, we don't want to not provide them. They're required by law, so we will, is that we often get lulled into, well, that's what I have to beat or outperform or do all the things against. And at the end of the day, folks, especially if you're in that preservation and distribution phase of finance, and especially if you've done a really good job of planning and saving and doing all the heavy lifting that we like to talk about, you don't have to chase very risky asset classes. And so we often have conversations and with our families that are new to us, who are more investment driven focused, on reshaping that perspective, because at the end of the day, the only comparison is actually you and your journey, right? Especially if you've done all the right things to get where you are. Achieving maximum growth in the market is sometimes not even the best thing to do. So what we often try to reorient ourselves to is, okay, if you're trying to achieve in that distribution phase of finance a safe withdrawal rate and you need assets to last you for a prolonged period of time, going to get the S&P 500 returns or chasing technology stock gains because that's where all the wealth was made in a single year can actually lead you to losing most of that in the following year, just because, again, investing is fickle. And so it's our responsibility to help our families smooth out that journey, especially in distribution and preservation. We're not saying you shouldn't be getting returns. Don't hear us say that. But at the end of the day, you don't need to be chasing something artificially that you probably shouldn't be. And we often find this because sometimes that's all we understand. We've said most of the time here, families either understand investing really well or taxes really well. Rarely do they understand both. And so today, when you're looking at this, as we're beginning the year, especially in a year where there's going to be lots of volatility because of political stages, etc., don't get caught up in the noise. Don't get caught up in the comparison. What you need to focus on is, what is my journey? What am I trying to achieve? And am I leveling out the volatility along that journey to ensure I don't make silly decisions and potentially wreck my financial future?
Yeah, great, Grant. You said that so well. You are trying to compare yourself to you and making sure that you're completing your financial journey and not just benchmarking it to some index. And so that's our job, is to help you make sure that your journey is complete from beginning, middle, and end. If you have questions and you want to schedule a meeting, reach out to us. Come in for a next steps meeting. We'll give you some things to think about today, things to think about in the future, and if we decide to partner together, a written plan on what FEG will do for you. You can scan the QR code on the screen, reach out to us at 800-928-4001, or go to yourlifeafterwork.com, fill out a form, and one of our team members will give you a call and get a meeting scheduled. If you have specific questions, send them to talktofeg@yourlifeafterwork.com. The advisor team would be more than happy to answer those for you. Have a great day, and thank you so much for watching our Elements in Focus.